And welcome to another episode of Bubblin. We are here with
Genique.
Tell them where they can find you and your socials.
Yeah. So hey guys, I'm Genique, and you can find me on Instagram at Genique Music. So Genique Music, on Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, all of that as Genique. Genique.
All right, cool. So I guess we'll start from the beginning. Like, where are you from? Like, where you come from?
Well, I'm from Queens,
Okay.
but I was raised in Jamaica, the country, and I was also raised in Brooklyn for a little bit, as well as Queens. So I just be all over the place. But I'm Jamaican and American Queens, I guess.
Gotcha. And like, did your family do music? Like, that's kind of your influences, or?
Honestly, I didn't find out that my dad did music until recently.
Oh.
And he was actually like pretty far ahead. He was an MC in Jamaica.
Oh, snap.
And he was rolling with like Wayne Wonder and like a bunch of like, really popular reggae artists. And he just didn't tell me. I found pictures in our house the other day. But aside from that, no, my mom can't hold a key for her life. I love her, but she can't sing. It was just me and my cousin that were singing as we got older. And then I guess I rubbed off on my little brother. So now he sings. And yeah, it's just us three, just the kids. I don't know where we got it from, for real.
Just shout out mom.
Shout out mom. She tries her best.
So when did you start making music by yourself and kind of like, saying, hey, let me pick this up?
That didn't start till college, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, when I had all the resources that I needed. I had a couple friends who were in the music industry major, and they had access to the studios and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I got in. My friends that had access to the studios, I was like, yo, I want to record something. Facts. Yeah, I started there, and I was like, oh, I'm like actually pretty good. I think I'm good. So I just kept working on it and dropping stuff and practicing, and yeah.
And like what was your influences? Like, who did you listen to?
Yeah. In college, specifically, I was listening to a lot of Drake and Nicki Minaj and J. Cole. I was also listening to a lot of dance hall, so like Vybz Kartel, of course, and Spice, and just an array of different genres as well. I was on R&B. I was, going through my little rock phase with like Paramore and Green Day and My Chemical Romance and that whole thing. So
I think we all did.
Yeah, we all did, right? People be making me feel like a nerd, but I'm pretty sure we all had that
collective,
moment. Yeah, we had the black eyeliner and the vests. I know we all had that with the Converse. I'm not playing with y'all,
but yeah,
we all went through that. We all went through it. But yeah, I listened to a lot. But I would say my top influences, like Jasmine Sullivan, Beyonce, Drake, Nicki. I love Tory Lanez. He was a big influence for me because he was doing, the dance hall, the rap, and the R&B. And I was looking for someone that was doing that like me, and he was like,
shout out Tory.
Yeah, he was like a dope person to look up to. And yeah.
No, because when I was listening to this, the Rap Snacks, like, I know some of the songs they had, like, you were rapping and then you kind of mixed the patois, and I'm like, okay, like, I kind of see where this is going. Like, so you speak patois full on and all that?
Yeah, because, I was raised in Jamaica.
Okay, to what? To, like, what age?
Like 9, 10. Like 10. I came to New York when I was around 10. It was like 4th grade that I came to New York.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had moved from Florida. So I went from Jamaica to Florida for 6 months.
Okay.
My life is confusing. But imagine like this Jamaican ass kid in Florida with like predominantly white students.
Yeah.
And they're like, why you sound like that? And I'm just like, oh my God, this is a disaster. So then I started talking like, the Florida people, like the white girls that I was around. And then I moved to like Brownsville, Brooklyn. They're like, you sound like a white girl. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just learned how to talk like y'all. Like I thought, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, okay, so I guess that kind of made you want to, that is why you can seamlessly move between like accents and kind of vibes within your music and all that.
Exactly.
What's your favorite song, or actually what song would you tell people to listen to on your EP to like actually get to know the real you?
Ooh, that's a good question.
If they could just listen to one song.
On that mixtape specifically, right?
Yeah.
To get to know me. See, the song I would actually say ended up not making the EP, which sucks. But I'm gonna do that for you guys in the freestyle. Oh, so you're still gonna get to hear it. I would say
exclusive.
I would say Wuchi Ali.
Okay.
Of course, taken off from Uchi Wally. Yeah. But I would say that one because it shows my lyrical ability, but everything I spit is coming from me. You know what I mean? If I don't feel like that right now, I felt like that at a certain point. So that's a lot of Wuchi Ali, and the Jamaican part at the end kind of showcases, you know, the blending of my cultures and everything I represent. So I would say that one.
And you write all your music.
Oh, yes. I write everything.
Shout out to you, because there's a lot of people that don't write their music.
Yeah, no, it's so crazy. It sucks to find out, especially if it's like a rapper, you know. But singers, we know singers don't write a lot of their stuff.
True.
Like that I know. But finding out rappers that I look up to don't write their stuff, that hurts.
Well, I feel like singers is different because like singers is more of a, like people could work on different parts of the song and make a beautiful song, rather that rappers kind of go through what their whole struggle is and then write a whole struggle about it.
It's more personal.
Like nobody can make you feel the way that you feel at that point except you.
Yeah, I think that's what the culture has come to accept. But I don't know. It takes away from the song for me. Sometimes if I knew that other people wrote it and that singer didn't write it. Because I'm like, damn, your voice is carrying across all this emotion so well.
True.
Like, did you go through this? Or like, why didn't you write it? What if you wrote something? Can I hear what you write and sing that?
The thing about a singer though, and actually I think this is also the thing about Drake, is like they're an image. So they're kind of more like rappers, like, you know, shout out like NBA Youngboy and like, you know, R.I.P. Lil Von, King Von, but like, you know, they were actually doing the stuff that they were like talking about and kind of like, you know, making stories about, rather than like, you know, singers talk about like a time in a club. So that could kind of like, you know, correlate for anybody, rather than like rappers that can only, that's personal. You're like, damn, like he went through that shit. I mean,
I sing a lot of R&B.
Okay.
And I always talk about my experiences, but I know a lot of people can't, you know, write out what they're feeling and have it carry through as a song. So I feel like the people who don't write their music it's really because, you know, they probably don't have that skill or can't. But I really respect anyone who writes. For real. I respect it.
I feel like people are also like scared sometimes. Like they don't really want to like share what they kind of gotta.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It is scary, especially if you're writing about personal experiences. To put that on a track and have somebody tell you like it's trash, I don't like it, like that's my heart on a track. So of course they're gonna take it a certain way, you know.
But even still, like I feel like, because like, you know, when I make music, I feel it's, I mean, I love it. You know, I always say that like you make a song and like that song at one point you were listening to over and over and over in your car, every single song that you probably made. Because like after you made it, you're like, yo, this is the greatest song I ever made. And you made another one. But, you know, on that kind of note, like I feel like if somebody has a good opinion about your song, that's great. And if somebody hates it, that's also great too. Because, you know, that means that you made them feel something. If they don't care about it, like, then that's when you kind of got to worry a little bit like, okay, like, what did I, but if they like, yo, like I heard your song and I hated it because like, you know, they probably saw something in themselves that kind of reflected what you said in that music, then that's kind of what I feel like is going on, you know, a little bit. But you
want to evoke some kind of emotion.
Yeah, you know, any press is good press. Like, so like, I guess like, okay, so if you could make a song with anybody, who would it be? Dead or alive?
It's such a hard question.
Top 5, no order.
Top 5?
No order.
So I'll give you 5 people?
No order.
Okay. It's going to be such a random list, but okay. I would say Drake, Lucky Day, Jasmine Sullivan, Chris Brown, and I'll say Nicki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Jasmine Sullivan like an influence, or like do you kind of, because what I liked about her album, I feel, was like she could relate to a lot of what's going on right now. Like she was real about, you know, what she wanted and talking about it rather than kind of making a facade about it, you know?
Yeah. She's very honest in her music, which I love. But her voice is also just ridiculous. Like she's very soulful and her runs, it's just all, perfectly, what's the word I'm looking for? Perfectly
aligned.
Not even aligned. I don't know. I can't find the word. Perfectly executed.
Okay.
Everything she does is perfectly executed. Her runs, her riffs, every note, it's all so clean. And I think I've always strived to get there as a singer. And if I could even just be half as a talented vocalist as Jasmine, I'd be happy because her voice is ridiculous.
Wait, so you a singer?
I'm a singer too, yeah.
Are you a singer before a rapper or a rapper before a singer?
Singer before rapper. I started in my church choir.
On this?
Because this is Rap Snacks.
Oh, you're fair. fair, okay.
Yeah.
But so do you have singing stuff out or? So you started in church?
I started in church, yeah.
Okay.
Singing leads and stuff like that. I'm actually like very comfortable singing because I was doing it for so long. Rapping is the more new thing that I'm like playing with and figuring out. Singing, I've been singing my whole life and doing R&B music my whole life.
You could have fooled me because like it sounded like you've been rapping for a good minute. Yeah, for real. Thank you. I only been rapping a couple of years. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when are you gonna like drop a singing kind of snacks?
I was just telling Frankie about that actually. Hopefully soon. I'm working on an R&B EP.
Okay.
But I gotta let this breathe, I
mean, of course.
Let it have its shine and stuff. But I'm gonna drop the R&B EP soon.
What is it gonna sound like? If you could tell us maybe some influences of it, like a Genique,
yeah, I would
Summer Walker.
I'd say like Lucky Day ish.
Okay.
It's probably gonna sound like whoever I've been listening to, like some kind of nuances of them. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Lucky Day, Yeba, Snow Allegra, Summer Walker.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's the feel I'm gonna try to go for.
Do you have a couple songs done already?
I do.
Can you sing a little bit for us? Like, can you just like let
me and Frankie have a song? You should ask Frankie to sing.
Let a little verse out. What's going on?
No, I can't because I'm also not sure if that song is gonna make it.
Yeah.
So I gotta see. If I write things I like more, I'm probably gonna do that. So.
Heard you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, I feel like you should probably go like, even though I'm not like this smacks, but the singing route is a kind of a route that is not taken nowadays. Yeah, everybody wants to be a rapper,
What? Everybody's singing. Maybe it's because like
there's a lack of R&B.
I see a lot of R&B artists on my thing, but no, it's the R&B is there. You just have to look for it because it's not like being thrown in your face like the rap is.
Yeah,
you have to look for the good R&B.
I can see that.
But it's out there. There's people. Yeah. Coco Jones is killing shit right now. Victoria Monet, killing. Like there's certain people that are out right now, just like dominating. It's just that they're not as talked about.
Actually, I think you're right because Coco Jones won over Ice Spice for Best New Artist. I saw that.
Didn't Ice Spice win Best New Artist for something? VMAs?
I think she won the VMAs, but Coco Jones won the Grammy.
Oh, she won Grammy?
Yeah, she won the Best New Artist, like Best New Female Artist.
Ooh.
Killing it.
That's fire.
R&B,
the album was amazing.
It was good?
Listen to the album if you don't listen. Yeah. It was really good.
I heard you. I haven't even listened to her, honestly. She...
Oh, you love her.
She's those type of vibes.
Yeah, you would love Coco Jones.
Okay, you gotta check it out. So, do you have any shows coming up or any kind of shows that you just done?
I have something coming up on September 27th, and I'm gonna use that to push Rap Snacks as well. So I'm gonna do a lot of the freestyles.
Yes.
And a couple old ones. So that's at the Bronx Brewery. Brewery.
Okay, I know where that is.
Yeah, September 27th. I think that's a Wednesday.
Shout out. Okay. How many shows do you think you've done?
Like throughout my career?
Yeah.
A lot. Like a lot. I would say like over 2,500. But it's because like when I started music after I graduated college, I was just doing open mics in New York and like Philly and New Jersey. Like I was just grinding for like 5 years. Like open mic, just everywhere I could be and just getting my music out and like that whole thing.
I heard you.
So I did a lot of shows a lot of shows.
So what would you say is like your like craziest like show? Like you was like, damn, this is not. Actually, let me change that. What do you think is your worst show that you've done?
My worst show?
Yeah, that you've bombed.
There's been a bunch of bad shows, and it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I'm a perfectionist, low key. Yeah. So I can bomb a show in my eyes, but it's not gonna be a bomb show in anyone else's eyes but mine. It's gonna be me being like, oh, I could have like gave more energy here, or like did this or that. But I feel like, and not to like sound cocky, I'm just very confident in what I do.
But you don't have like any that stuck out? Like you're like
a bad show that stuck out?
Yeah. Like I have a friend named Meech, and he had a pretty bad show one time. And like we always remember it. Because the thing is what
happened?
I mean, all right, I'll give the long short of it.
And what's his name?
His name's Meech.
Meech, you telling your business.
Yo.
Oh,
shout out Blanco.
That's crazy.
Music on all platforms. Music on all streaming platforms. Vivid in the house. Shout out Blanco. Exclusive story. So he had his first kind of gig, right? And in this gig, me and my brother and our girlfriends ended up coming there a little late. But he was like getting fed like alcohol, boom, 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 from this person, from that person's family, and he was litty. So then when like the first show came on, like sometimes the reverb is a little like kind of nuts, like so he didn't know that, and like he would like speak, and then it would come out like 2 seconds later. So then it was bad, and then after that, like so then he felt like he bombed it. He probably did great. I didn't get to see it. But then after that, like the whole kind of like we went to Birdie's in Bushwick, shout out Birdie's. And like, it was just one thing after another. Like the guy shouldn't have drove, but he waited a long time. Shout out Meech. And that's all I got to say. But it was a bad show, but it was a great time.
Oh, weak. Well, okay. So I haven't had any show that's like terrible, but I was at a show one time with a lot of high people.
Okay.
And for me, it's a bad show when I'm not getting the audience like with me, because I'm a teacher as well. So like I know when I don't have somebody. If I don't have a room, I get a little bit antsy, and I know how to perform, so I know when I have the room. But I was with a bunch of high people, and they was just lost. They was not here at all.
What were you performing?
I was doing some singing songs and some rap songs. It was like a 15-minute set or whatever. But yeah, they were so high that they were just like not here.
That's when you have to have like some trippy shit to kind of like read the room with.
They were just staring into space, and I was like, oh, okay. I couldn't wait for it to be over.
Where was this?
It was in Philly.
In Philly.
Yeah.
Damn.
Philly. Shout out to Philly though.
Shout out to Philly.
I'm not talking shit. I like Philly.
Shout out to Will Smith.
When they not high, the energy is crazy. But when they high, Philly don't know what's going on.
Okay. That's not bad. All right, so what was your best show? The one when do you feel like you killed it, and then you let the crowd wanting more, you let the crowd, the energy kind of just like incredibly high?
I would say like my concerts. I do concerts when I can. Okay. And it's just like my people, like my fans that know the words to shit and everything that come out. And every time I do one of those shows, it's like the best show ever, because the energy is just crazy and everyone's yelling the words back at me, and like it's just different. So I'd say that.
Everybody's yelling the words back at you?
Yeah.
Damn. That's a rock star status already right there. I heard you.
No, listen, we're getting somewhere. Getting somewhere.
For real.
We have some ways to go, but we are making.
Any music videos out?
A bunch.
Okay.
You ain't do your research, Frankie. He ain't do his research. There's mad music videos.
So what?
Mad interviews, mad everything.
What video should somebody watch to kind of get the real you in one kind of like 3-minute hit?
Because I do R&B and rap, it's a little bit harder to like gauge. But I would say maybe Calm Down, which is a singing song. If you're gonna do a rapping song, maybe Tempa dropped.
Tempa. Okay. Calm Down, Tempa. Not bad. Yeah. So, like, where do you kind of see your career kind of going, like, in the next kind of 5 years? Do you have a plan of kind of action? What do you want to do?
Accomplish? Yeah. The goal is to be a mainstream artist, like a household name. If I feel like if I'm gonna do this, I might as well go for the biggest thing that there is. It's also off of confidence that I know that I can be that. So in 5 years, I'd love to be topping charts for multiple years. In 5 years, at least like 2 of those years should have been topping charts. I'd like to win a Grammy, but I'm not going to put my hopes on like an award because Grammy been moving crazy and I don't like what they've been doing anyway. But yeah, I'd say household name, mainstream artist.
Why don't you make some stuff with your dad? You said your pops was...
No, he's not doing music anymore. I'm not making music with anyone that's not serious about music.
You can probably get him back into...
No, he gonna have to get up on his own and do his music himself. Get up.
I heard you.
I don't think he wants to do it though.
Yeah.
I think he's done. He's a great cook. I've been trying to get him to like open a restaurant or a food truck.
Food truck would be vibes.
Yeah. He's a great cook. Great Jamaican food.
That jerk chicken?
Jerk chicken, curry chicken, stewed peas and rice. Yeah, he's amazing.
That oxtail.
Oxtail. Thank you for not saying oxtails.
No.
It's oxtail.
Who says oxtails?
People are saying oxtails. I don't know, but please stop doing it.
Bomboclats.
Put some bass in your voice.
Bomboclat.
It's getting worse.
Yeah. Let me just stop. All right. So I guess that will be it. Thank you for coming on. And
thank you for having me.
This is a great conversation. I really hope the best for you.
Thank you.
No problem. Cool. And you were watching Bubblin, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace. I was Sway.